Okay, video updates on my 2024 goals. Where are we at? We're around a week in since I posted that video. If you don't recall, number one is $1.6 million in revenue. Year to date is the goal. At present, so I'll give you a rundown of the business piece, then we can go to the personal piece. So the business piece right now, we just came out of an absolute storm. February was a storm. Right now it's the 19th of March. February was absolutely wild. We churned a lot, at around 30%, but it was purely because of my fault. Again, we built the business on quicksand. We wasn't building a business, we was building the churn and burn. And now we're optimizing for how can we get our clinic partners truly incredible results. And the way we're doing that is hiring better team members, building out structured SOPs, just building a better product. Having more team calls and always addressing the elephant. Like for me, I've been so tied up in selling. I've been avoiding all of the main problems. Like for example, yesterday I got on a call with the client success manager and we reviewed one of her calls and broke it down, and we noticed a lot of problems, but good problems, things and opportunities for her to be able to improve in her ability to keep selling clients, because, well, client success is just selling clients on a week-to-week or a bi-weekly or a monthly basis, depending on how many touch points you have within the month. So yeah, that was one. This month's been a little bit slow on sales. Right now we've had 2 new clients come on, 2 referrals / upsells, so like additional locations. The goal is at least 11 new clients signed every single month. Ugh. That's the goal. But we may hit it because it's 19th. We just need to go hard on sales now. Another thing is we noticed a lot of tech problems with our clients. I'm so happy, but I was so shocked that we were getting an ROI for our clients with all of these tech problems. I was kind of shocked. But yeah, we've solved those now, so basically means we're going to get our clients even better results, which is good to hear. We're moving in the right direction. In terms of personal growth, what have I done this week and in the last 7 days to push me closer towards my goal of having a really good physique? I'll reveal where we're at. I want to hold myself accountable on this channel. I don't care how uncomfortable it is, because I'm optimizing for growth. And growth means criticism. I need to hear criticism from people who watch this. If I don't make progress, then it's on me to reveal that to everybody else and hold myself fully accountable. My biggest advice right now is still, if you have seen one of my old videos, is impulse control with energy drinks and fizzy drinks. Now, I got rid of the problem. I actually went out to Canada for a month and I didn't really consume any of it for a while. And then it creeped back in on the rear end before I left. Now it's becoming a problem again. I'm back in old habits. I'm drinking, I'll have like an energy drink at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon to keep me going. That's what I tell myself, to keep me going. And then I'll have like maybe 2 fizzy drinks, like no calorie, like a Diet Coke or something like that. And it just gives me brain fog. And at the same time, it's not necessarily that bad. It's a vice, and I don't want vices. Like, it's so unnecessary. And one thing I realized yesterday was, like, I could just get rid of it, and then I would be free. Like, I don't have any other vices. That's it. It's the most ridiculous vice ever. It's so easy. But because I've convinced my mind that it's so a part of me, it's like a belief that I can't work without one, it's been quite difficult to get rid of. And I want to show you this thing that I built out as well. Anchors to Transcendence. Actually, it's a little bit personal. I'm going to probably blur some out before I get this up. Hold on. Okay, so just going into this document I was talking about. So this is the Anchors to Transcendence. The limiting beliefs and repeated actions labelled on this diagram show exactly what's holding you back from becoming the person deserving of the woman you want, the body you want, the business you want. It all starts with digging into the root cause and solving the problem at its beginning, rather than being reliant on willpower. This is what I thought. I was like, oh, I need to rely on willpower and just push through it. Now I'm thinking, okay, digging deeper, there's clearly an underlying belief that's making you go back to drinking energy drinks and consuming bullshit that isn't good for you. And again, I need to make the unconscious conscious, because right now I'm not really sure what's going on in my mind that makes me driven to go and get these drinks and consume these bad sweeteners and, you know, all of these things that do not contribute towards my growth, and realize your mind is like a sales letter that knows exactly what will get you to tick. This is a very, very powerful one for me. Ignore the fact that I'm literally just like stood here sideways. This is a physique update of where I am at with my physique. This was a couple of weeks back now. And I found this picture as well. I think it was really powerful. Your future self doesn't care whether you feel like doing it or not. And it's so true. And we've always got to operate. I just read this book called Principles. We've always got to operate at not only just thinking about first world consequences, which is what happens now. Like if I drink an energy drink now, I'm going to feel potentially more focused. I'm going to get a buzz. It's going to make me feel like I'm going to get enjoyment out of drinking an energy drink. It's like eating a bar of chocolate, you know? It's created by man to release dopamine and to make you feel good, okay? So not just thinking about those first world consequences, but the second and third world consequences, which is what happens after that initial point of gratification. So, for example, at the end of the day, every day, I'll go to bed, I'll know if I ate clean because diet isn't really a problem, but I'll go to bed and I'll feel regret. And I'll be like, why do I feel regret? And the reason I feel regret is because I'm eating the shit, I'm drinking the shit drinks. And I'm breaking promises. Like if I tell myself I'm not going to drink them and I drink them, which I have done, I'm journaled about it, I've promised myself I want to do it and I do it, I'm breaking promises. I'm breaking the reputation I have with myself, which is the most important person to build trust with, which so many people forget about. So I built this out. I put a metaphorical anchor below me. Just this is the most weirdest diagram ever, I know. Just trust my madness, okay? It will get me where I want to get to. And I put the things that I tell myself in my own mind that actually anchor me down from transcending into the new person that I need to become to deserve the business I want to have, the body I want to have, the relationships I want to have, the health I want to have. An example of this, I blurred one out because it's a little bit personal, but an example of this would be, I need to eat at least some junk food every now and again so I don't go all the way on the discipline spectrum and end up reverting back on to full degree degenerate. It keeps me sane. So I've convinced myself that I need some element of unhealthy food, which I'm all for going out for a nice meal on the weekend. However, I'll get maybe halfway through the week and I'll go over my calories. I'm on quite an aggressive cut right now, so I'm on around 1,800 calories. And this belief is holding me back. Again, the mind is like a sales letter. The mind is literally telling me, you know, you've worked hard today, you deserve this, you deserve that, it's all bullshit. The mind just wants instant gratification. It just sees these things as zeros and ones. I got this from Alex Becker. When you think about quick dopamine, it is just zeros and ones. Like a zero would be right now me, I'm not really intaking any cheap, quick dopamine like chocolate, smoking, caffeine, anything along those lines. So I'm at a zero. A one would be me walking to the shop and going and getting an energy drink, going and getting a bag of Haribos. Even going and eating a steak would be a one. Your mind just sees life through a lens of, where can I get ones? It's like a video game. It just wants to keep collecting ones. It doesn't give a shit how you do it. It just wants to collect ones. It doesn't take into consideration your health, the long-term consequences. It just wants things now, right? So that is holding me back. And that's why I often have these conversations in my own mind about eating junk food, and I'll break it. Cold showers aren't really necessary to get what you want and is a big waste of time, and so is the cold plunge. You don't need either, as it's going to waste time. I went through this period where I actually cut out cold exposure because I convinced myself it was a waste of time. It takes me 15 minutes in the morning, if that. I've got a cold plunge in the garden now. I've now done it 3 times. I did it this morning, I did it yesterday morning, and I did it the day before in the afternoon to try it. And I'm getting better. This morning I was able to stay in for around 30 seconds, and it was incredible. And every single morning when I wake up, the last 2 days, it's been a challenge but it's helped me grow, and I feel incredible afterwards. When other people go out and spend time with friends, family, girlfriends, that is exactly when I will get ahead. I will use all of that time to focus on improving my life. This was a bullshit excuse I told myself, and I still tell myself it now, and I'm working on it. I was so convinced that I could sacrifice my social life for the business, and that was okay. Now, I think there's certain periods of your life where you do need to do that, and you do need to go all in. But sacrificing my social life in my prime would just be ridiculous. And one thing I realised was it was actually just pain avoidance, because I didn't want to go out and get myself uncomfortable. Outreach, for a potential partner, for new friends, like all of these things that I was actually avoiding. And I realised that I'm actually being undisciplined by staying in and working, because staying in and working is the easy thing to do in comparison to going out and maybe going on a date, or maybe going out and meeting new people and going for a drink, right? These things also make me disciplined. So it's important for me to do that, because it's not just wealth and health, it's also love, relationships, happiness, and they all compound together to build a good life. I cannot control myself once I start indulging in dopamine-hitting activities. If I have a bite of a dessert, I must eat the whole thing and go all in. Ties back to my obsessive personality. And then I work hard and I'm on a diet, so it makes sense for me to drink energy drinks and fizzy drinks to stay satiated and maintain focus. Also, I deserve it. Again, another bullshit excuse I'd tell myself. So I'm working on those. In regards to my personal life, biggest thing, like if I could just get rid of this vice of energy drinks and bullshit, I'll be in such a better position. So that's my main focus right now. Okay, finally we'll wrap up the video in regards to one of my biggest goals right now, even more than the money, than the business, is my physique. I feel like internally I will have more peace of mind if I have a physique that I'm truly proud of, that when I look in the mirror, I feel really, really good. That's my main goal right now. Now, at present, I already went through my goals last video. I'm eating 2 meals a day. I fast until around 12, 1-ish, and then I'll eat some fruit as well. I'm on quite an excessive cut right now. I'm going down to around 144 pounds, which should give me visible abs. I'm going to give you a physique update, so you know where I'm at. This is where we're at with the physique. So, lower stomach has always been a bit of a problem for me, but we're getting there, for sure. Still got the love handles a little bit. But we're getting there. Week by week. I'm going to come back next week, do the same thing. I'm going to be one step closer towards my goal.